TINKERCAD is a browser-based CAD 3D modeling software created by Autodesk and aimed at teachers and students. For those of you who do not have the time to invest to learn a complicated CAD program, TINKERCAD makes it easy. In this video, we will be covering the basic interface of TINKERCAD and how to create a simple object for 3D printing. If you have not done so, go to tinkercad.com and either join or sign into your account. You will now be taken to the project window. This is where your projects will be stored. Click on the Create New Design button. The TINKERCAD interface is quite simple and only features a few menus. The cube in the top left can be used to rotate the view. On the left-hand side, you will find the Home View, Find in View, Zoom In, Zoom Out, and Perspective or Orthographic View buttons. In the middle of the screen, you will find the main modeling window where you will be creating your object. The top right-hand side of the screen features the toggle notes, Show All, Group, Ungroup, Align, and Mirror buttons. These will only be active when there is an object on the work plane. The Import-Export options are following this menu to the right. Below the Import-Export options, you will find the work plane and ruler tools. The Shapes menu contains all of the basic and custom shapes that you can begin with to create your model. For this tutorial, we will be making a simple box with a lid. Begin by clicking and dragging the box shape to the work plane. Type in the dimensions of 100 mm in length, 80 mm in width, and 50 mm in height into the Shape menu. Now drag a box hole into the work plane. Enter the dimensions of 88 mm in length, 68 mm in width, and 60 mm in height. Drag the whole box roughly into the middle of the first box. Select both by either dragging your mouse around them, or clicking on one while holding Shift and then clicking on the other. Now click on the Align tool. You will see several black circles appear. We want to align the two boxes on the X and Y axis, so we will click the middle circle on both. Now click off both objects, which will deselect them. Select just the whole box, then click the tall black cone in the middle of the object. Drag the whole box up by 2 mm. Select both objects again, then click the Group button on the top right menu. This will cut a hole in the main box using the whole box as the cutting tool. Drag another box into the work plane. This time, enter the dimensions of 98 mm in length, 78 mm in width, and 46 mm in height. Drag the new box roughly to the center of the other box. Align these two boxes the same way you did previously. Select both boxes and hit the Group button. Now drag another whole box to the work plane and enter the dimensions of 82 mm in length, 62 mm in width, and 60 mm in height. Drag the whole box to the center of the other box, then use the Align tools again to align them. Select the whole box and move it up 2 mm. Select all the objects, then press the Group button. The main part of the box is now complete. To create the lid, drag another box to the work plane from the Basic Shapes menu. Make the dimensions 86 mm in length, 66 mm in width, and 4 mm in height. Click on the work plane tool and drag it to the top of the box lid that was just created in the previous step. To create the handle, you can be creative, but remember that we do not want support material for this model when printing, so try to avoid anything with an overhang. For this tutorial, a sphere will be used. Drag the desired shape from the shape menu to the newly created work plane. Align the handle to the lid using only the circle on the shorter side. Then drag the handle where you want it positioned. If using a sphere or something similar, lower it into the lid using the black cone in the center. Move it about 3 mm down as we don't want it sticking out from the bottom of the lid. Group the handle and the lid together. The box is now ready to export for 3D printing. Click the export button in the top right menu. Leave everything in the design selected, since we are printing the lid and the box together. After clicking STL, the model will automatically download to your computer. The file is now ready for 3D printing.